Alright, it's the morning of the final day. It's not miserable outside right now, so I'm going to grab my headphones and listen to the last 25% of the honeys on a morning walk. I may also deliver some books to the local little free library in my community, and then I'll come back and get ready to go to town, go to David's, take the rest of the books, go to Michael's, all that jazz. I did finish most of the honeys last night. I really hate that I had to stop because, something happened right before I stopped. I was like, oh, okay. But it was already like 11 o'clock at night, so I did not need to stay up and keep reading. But while the sun is not directly out and it's not miserable outside, I need to go ahead and do walking if I'm going to. Yeah. So let's go do that. So it is currently 9:09. I was going to try to finish the vlog for days 4, 5, and 6 before I left, but it's slower than I'm wanting it to go, and I'm making the executive decision to just post that tomorrow and post the final one and the wrap up on Sunday. It'll be fine. It's not a big deal. I'm going to take a picture real quick of some Shakespeare stuff that I have. I have a Google sheet with everything for my Penguin cloth-bound classics, so I don't buy repeats. But I have some weird collections of Shakespeare editions that I can often find in David's, but I can never remember which one I have and I don't have, so I need to take a picture of those before I leave. David's doesn't open till 11, so I'm going to load up the books, and then I think I'm going to go to like Target, Petco, Five Below, and do all those until 11, and I'll probably end by going to David's. Yeah, if I end at David's, I can look in the record section, because if I buy a record and leave it in the car, not a good time of year to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pack up my stuff and go, and hopefully this will be all. I can work on this later, and I'll have something to do this afternoon. It looks like we might get thunderstorms, which fingers crossed, because I really, really want another thunderstorm. Sunday was like a tease. I want more. I forgot it was that wonderful time of year where every time I go outside, my glasses completely fog up. I didn't have anything at Five Below. I was really disappointed. I thought Five Below would have some fun stuff because we're going back to school, but no, nothing fun. So I'm going to head to Barnes & Noble now because I need to go to Target. I went yesterday and spent money I didn't need to spend, and I doubt they're going to have anything that the one in Rocky Mount didn't have, but Barnes & Noble, I should be able to spend a decent amount of time there. So let me go spend money I don't need to spend. Warriors being in the young reader, like kids section, like the actual kids section is crazy to me. Like if you knew what happened in these books. Oh my god. So despite my better judgment, I used my reward points today, even though like I've been trying to save them up, but I have a gift card already and I have enough for another gift card. So like the rewards points, like for being a member, like I don't need them, and it's double the points now anyway. So here's what I got. I kept myself in check pretty aggressively. I got Dissolving Classroom by Junji Ito. And then I have a baby shower I have to go to next week, and it's Harry Potter themed, which I would not be doing this if I didn't know that this person really, really liked Harry Potter. And I bought them a tiny Hedwig toy. I'm making a blanket for that person, and they requested books instead of cards. So I got Harold and the Purple Crayon because this is one of Steven's favorite books growing up, and he has one from like the 1940s, a copy that was like his dad's. So I thought he'd appreciate it, and we'll write a little note in front of it, and that'll be that. All right, I'm gonna go to Petco. It just is now 11 o'clock, and so I'm gonna pick up the, like 2 things I need in Petco, and then I'm gonna go to Michael's and see what they've got for Halloween, and then I'm gonna go to David's and go home. It's been raining here. I haven't actually dealt with the rain. It clearly rained here before I got to town, and that's why like every time I exit a vehicle or a building, it's immediate fog on the glasses. Immediate fog on the glasses. So love that for me. Now I gotta get to Petco. It's like right there, but the parking lot here sucks. So let me figure that out real quick. I love when I have enough store credits and not spend money at David's technically. I had a little bit of store credit left from last time, and I got about $8 for what I brought today, which meant I didn't have to spend anything, and I have $1 left on my account. But I'm looking behind me, and the traffic is not moving. So it's going to be a while getting out and getting home. And I think I'm just going to eat at my house. I'm not going to worry about picking anything up in town or stopping anywhere to eat. It's 1:45. I can finish the honeys, go put some chemicals in the pool, and take the Instagram picture for the day and just call it. But this has been successful. I've spent more money probably at Michael's than anywhere else, but I knew that was going to happen. So anyway, like, time to go home. Time to finish the book and go home. Oh, God, I love not spending money on books. I know I'm getting old because I think I overextended my knee literally just walking this morning. So we have a thunderstorm coming up. I know we do. I had to give Nemo his medicine. And I know you've seen some of what I got, but I'm just going to show you the rest of the haul and what I got from David's. I got my mom this magnet for her car. It says, "I heart my granddogs." I thought it was kind of funny. Obviously, Dissolving Classroom from Barnes & Noble. Let's see. Let's go through Michael's first. So I did get the ladies. I did get both the orange and the pink cats. I also got, they have teacher stuff, but I was looking for specifically a neon sign that says "Read books and be kind," but they don't sell that in stores. They only had welcome class. I don't want welcome class. I want read books and be kind. But I did get this. It's like an old school honeycomb apple lanyard. Tim, you cannot play in this bag until I'm done with it. I got a G for Gina, I'm sorry I couldn't find it in the color you wanted. However, I did find the color you wanted in mine. So now we have balloon letters for some reason. And then I got some jewelry making stuff. My mom broke one of her bracelets that was amethyst with a cross on it. And instead of trying to find it and buy it, I'm just going to remake it. We have the technology. So, David's. All right, the first thing I did was, you would think I like my mom. I got her a book. She's reading the Bones series, the Temperance Brennan novels by Kathy Reich. And I've been on a Bones kick too, which is weird because like I liked it back in the day and watched it a lot. And I just recently started having it on while I read because it's a nice thing to kind of have in the background. Like, it's entertaining, but it's not distracting. This is the third book in the series. They did not have the first two, but they did have a bunch of them. There's like 20 books in this series. And fun fact, this lady lives in North Carolina. She lives in Charlotte. She teaches at UNC Charlotte. So I found that out. I got Much Ado About Nothing. This matches a collection of Shakespeare books that I'm collecting, which I would have gotten others, but I could not remember because I didn't take a picture of this collection. And this one I have Merchant of Venice, Hamlet, Macbeth, and Twelfth Night, and now I have Much Ado. But they had As You Like It, and I'm really kind of upset with myself that I didn't just get As You Like It. Anyway, I got that. I got a Folger Shakespeare and Richard III. I did not have this one in this color. It is a hardcover. The others are paperback, but it's the same size. Like when they were all together, and the ones that I have currently, they were all similar sizes, and that's more important to me than whether this is a hardcover or soft. This is a really weird one that I got. It's called Mind Speaker's Call. It's the Goddy's Tale book 2. The book 1 I have a picture of in my photo album because ECU had it, and I thought it was funny because it has cats. It's about cats. The reason I got it, even though it's book 2 and I've never read book 1 at all, is because it has a Star Trek Voyager bookmark in it, and that's my favorite Star Trek series, so that felt like fate. I also got novelization of Blade. I love Blade. That's one of my favorite superhero movies. I think before Spider-Man came out, you could have quoted me to say that was my favorite superhero movie. And then I have this book, okay? I have A Scatter of Light. This is like the sequel-ish to Telegraph Club. I've actually like eyes on it right now. This is a signed edition. Signed. $3. Crazy. So, pretty good a haul. Again, I have $1 in my account. All of the books I brought in covered these books. So love that. I thought about going to the baseball game tonight, but I'm wondering now if it's probably going to get rained out. So my next plan is I need to go treat the pool. I still haven't done that yet. I might as well wait for the rain to stop now and take the last picture for today's Instagram because I'm going to take a picture of You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight, even though that's not technically the last book I'm reading. I've already taken a picture of the honeys, so I don't want to post another picture of the honeys. But my dad lives out on like an old farm, and there's a lot of old buildings, and our pet cemetery is out there, and I think that would be a really cool background for that particular book. So I'll go do that later today and treat the pool so we can swim in it when we get back from our Charlotte trip because, yeah, we're going on vacation this weekend. But I'm like 93% of the way through Honeys. I know I didn't finish it on the way there, but like I wanted to listen to music. So I'm going to put on my headphones now and play Animal Crossing and go ahead and knock out that. And that'll be it for Summerween. I'll be finished and then I can just do a wrap up. Crazy. I would choose when the bottom falls out to come take a picture out here at the farm. That is absolutely my stupid luck. It's raining. it's coming down out here. It wasn't raining back at the house, but by the time I got out here it was. There's no reason to treat the pool now because the rain's just going to mess it up anyway. So I'm going to try to get a picture if I can stay at least a little bit dry, and we're going to have to take what we get, I guess. Oh well. And, you know, best laid plans and all that. Alright, let's do a Summerween wrap up based on the order that I finished the books. First book I finished was How to Survive Your Murder. I think I'm going to boost this up to 2 stars. It wasn't that it was awful. I just felt really disrespected by the ending. I feel like if this was a short story and like an anthology, I actually would have loved it. It would have been one of my favorites because I do like a shocker ending or an ironic ending, but it felt like almost disrespectful having read the whole book and getting that ending. I did like a lot of the character beats, and I liked a lot of the characterization in there, what little you could find of it. So I would probably read from this author again, but I just don't know that I can recommend this book. The next book I read was What Feasts at Night. This was read for the prompt, read a book in the dark, and I listened to it on audiobook. I don't know if I like this one as much as the first one, but I do still love it. T.Kingfisher is still like a fantastic horror novella writer. This one definitely saved more of the creepy actual horror stuff for the very last bit during like the nightmare section, but leading up to it wasn't too bad either. There was a lot of anticipation that made it horrific, and I would recommend, because the audiobook took like no time at all to listen to. It's a very short read. Go ahead and start this series, because if T. Kingfisher does continue it, you're going to want to be on this train. This is really good stuff. The next book I read and finished was And Then There Were Four. This was read for the prompt, 5 words in the title. This was really good. It was a little long in parts, and I think it did expand on some things maybe more than it needed to, given how quickly it wrapped up in the end. But everything did successfully wrap up in the end. The seeds were sown for the ending the whole time, and you really get to know the characters. I thought that both romances were very cute, and I did have a complaint, like I internalized, I never said it, that I wished we had gotten more POVs. You only get the 2 POVs. You get the one character, Sarah Linda, and you get the other character is Caleb. You don't get the 2 girls POVs that are also in this group of 4, but given the ending, it makes sense. I also, again, the only thing I would complain about is kind of the writing style of Sarah Linda's chapters. The author doesn't use punctuation, and it becomes a stream of consciousness. Like it feels like a very, not scatterbrained, but like overthinking child thinking, and it's one sentence, and so it does get a little bit hard to read sometimes. But if you can manage through that, if you can almost sometimes talk out loud, it helps. And I do think that was good characterization for her as a character who was very immature given how her mother raised her. So I would recommend this. I don't know if the audiobook is any good, but if you had time and you wanted to pick up the audiobook, this is a good one to do. I don't know why I recommend an audiobook for that. It just feels like to me, because it's like 400 something pages, having an audiobook to help you out might not be a bad idea. I can't access it in any of my libraries, but you might have access to it. The next book I finished was for Night Sky on the Cover, and that is You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight. This was fantastic YA slasher, great cast of characters. You really cared for them. Do I think the supernatural aspect was a little bit thrown together? Sure, but again, the seeds were planted. It was there. It's just that it's a really short book, so everything's going to feel kind of quick. But this felt like watching a horror movie like I Know What You Did Last Summer, or not necessarily Scream. It wasn't as sassy as Scream. Or Friday the 13th, like with your friends in the summer. That's what this felt like. So I would highly recommend this if you're looking for a summer slasher, but this would be great for spooky season as well. The last book I finished, went out on a high note, finished The Honeys, for a book that takes place in the summer. This is so good. It's going to be added to my list of audiobooks you should definitely listen to, along with The Haunting on the Hill. This is so good. The atmospheric nature of this book, the weird wilderness sounds, the buzzing drone of the bees, the whispers, like this is a solid audiobook, and it's a solid book in general. I do like what they did to the ending and how they chose to wrap it up and end it, and sort of Mars coming into their power as who they are and being acknowledged for that, but also there's still a little bit of creepiness and like distrust going on. Obviously everything cannot be fixed by the end of this book, but a lot of stuff does. It's almost Promising Young Woman meets Society meets Wicker Man and Midsummer. Like, it's very folk horror, but also like there's some dark academia stuff going on. Like this, there's a lot happening here. It feels very summery, so this easily could have been summer, but also like read in the dark, because reading this on audiobook in the dark would have been so creepy. But this is a very atmospheric read. If you're looking for that kind of like vibe of summer horror, this is going to be what you need to reach for. Cannot recommend enough. So that's it. That is the wrap up for Summerween 2024. I think 4 out of 5 books being really good is not bad. And honestly, having sat with How to Survive Your Murder for about a week, it's not as bad as I think it is. I just felt a little bit you know, let down by the ending, and I think if I reread it, I would probably like it more. But I won't be reading it anytime soon. I'm pretty good about this. I'm feeling pretty decent about this Summerween. This is probably the most successful Summerween I've had. I've been doing it for, this is the 3rd year I've done it. And I felt really involved in Instagram, and seeing everybody's posts was really fun. I'm going to go watch all the videos now because I've been putting that off, of all the vlogs people have done. And then I'm going to clean my room because there's stacks of books everywhere, and I've got to put everything back on the shelves. So, bye.